Episode 10, the Season 2 finale of Tulsa King, titled Reconstruction, is 35 minutes long. I will say this, these episodes need to be an hour long. You can get much more story in, much more surprises, twists, and turns. But I guess for what it is, 30 plus minutes is good just to get certain things across and to pique your interest and keep you engaged so you can keep watching the series. There is 19 total episodes combining Season 1 and Season 2. Very, very happy that Season 2 had 10 episodes because Season 1 had 9 episodes. Season 1 was okay, but Season 2 really set the bar really high. We see this episode start off with Dwight talking with Thresher, and basically Dwight telling Thresher that I saved your life. This is all mine now. So basically Thresher's like, fine, have it, do whatever you want, and we find out that it's almost 18,000 acres of what Dwight, got from Thresher. And then in the next scene, we see Dwight meeting with Bill Bevilacqua. It's like, okay, Bevilacqua now wants 50%. It's like, man, everyone wants their hand in the cookie jar because they want what Dwight is doing because he's bringing in money, and we see that. We then have subplots in the episode as well with side characters. Armand gets his job back at the ranch with Margaret, and we see Mitch Keller buy Donnie Shore's auto place. He does his commercial. It's really funny and really interesting. We then see the aspect of, other characters doing their thing as well, and they're talking. We see also 20% given to the Native American or Indian, basically that Jimmy had a stake in, where, Dwight says to the guy, I'll give you 20% of everything for everything. He's like, okay, agreed on that. So we have that happening. And then we have Chicky coming in from New York. And before all this happens, Vince calls Dwight and says, there's some new management because Vince has taken over. Chicky's pushed aside, this and that. Chicky comes to see Dwight and kind of still, is foreboding and being the big-ass macho, hacho guy he is. And Chicky is so goddamn annoying, it's ridiculous. But the actor that plays him is really good at the part, which is fantastic. They butt heads here and there. And then we see Chicky go to Bevilacqua. What other aspect do you have to do besides going to Bevilacqua and figuring things out? So Chicky's like, listen, we can get Dwight out of the way, we can do this, we can do that, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then Chicky and Bevilacqua go see Dwight. And it's like, all right, something's going to happen, what's going to happen? And here's a big spoiler alert. Stop watching this review now. If you don't want to know what happens, if you've seen the episode, keep watching this review. Or if you haven't, stop, pause, watch the episode, and then come back at this point of the review. Bookmark it, whatever you want. So as Chicky and Bevilacqua are talking to Dwight, we see Goody there, Bigfoot's in the background. Chicky's doing all the talking and everything. Dwight doesn't like it here and there. We can go to Arkansas, Iowa, whatever. He's expanding. He wants to franchise, so to speak. And all of a sudden, bang, gunshot. It's like, what? Chicky gets his head blown off. And it's like, and Bevilacqua did it. Yes, Bevilacqua killed Chicky. And basically, Bevilacqua turns to Dwight and says, have I earned my 50%? And Dwight's like, yeah, you've earned it. So it's like, oh, okay, that happened. And we see Bigfoot coming in. It's like, Dwight's like, yeah, get him the hell out of here. So it's like, whoa, didn't expect it, very unexpected. And I was thinking to myself, something's going to happen. It's going to be a big shootout or something. But no, this was how it was and how it was done. And then the commercial that Mitch shot for his car dealership is shown with everyone. And then we see Margaret and Dwight sleeping in bed. And it's like all of a sudden, SWAT busts in, takes him to like an undisclosed location off the grid, a black site, whatever you want to call it. And he's sit down right in front of a light, takes it out. He's like, who the hell is this? Who are you? He's like, you're working for us now. It's like, who is this? And it's like, wait a minute, is it the FBI? What's going on? Who's working for who? Who's going to be the rat? What is, like, Dwight served his time. We know that. So now the question remains, are we getting a season 3 of Tulsa King? If we do, It'll be an interesting way to see how the story progresses for Dwight Manfredi. Now he owns everything. Even though he gave 50% to Bevilacqua, Frank Grillo's character, fantastic, phenomenal. Even though he had small parts here and there, but he was a big presence, which was really, really good. And then we see the aspect of, okay, if it ends like this, it's like, oh, wait a minute. We're just going to leave it at that and, there's no season 3. That's not good. We need a season 3 of Tulsa King just to see who the bad guys will be, what will Dwight do now, what will happen with New York, the kickback and everything, and the introduction of new characters. We know Thresher's still alive. He's put aside. We know that. And then everyone who works with Dwight is getting a cut of every business. So everyone that works with him is getting a cut of every business. So they're set for life, which is really, really good to see. And you see the kind of character Dwight is. Stallone and Terrence Winter wrote this episode, and it was really, really good. It was intense. It was in your face. It was very different because episode 9, the Triads, was that big brawl with Ming and getting rid of Ming and everything. It's like, oh, they should have saved that for the end. No, no, no. It was a nice lull, how everything happened. We see everything going on and happening, and Chicky's out of the picture. Okay, great. What can happen now? What will happen now? I mean, I'm flabbergasted because I don't know where the direction the show's going to go now. If there is a season 3, that's the best thing about it. And basically, the interesting thing about this series is that season 1 debuted November 2022, and season 2 debuted in September of 2024. So almost 2 years later. Hopefully we don't have that 2-year gap of waiting for the next season. Hopefully we get it in, 2025, the end of 2025. Give us 10 episodes. Maybe, draw it out, make it an hour long or make it 45 minutes plus under an hour. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We know everything is good where it goes, but then it's like, all right, season 3 is going to be interesting because now it's like, who are these people? What do they want, or who do they want out? And who has a more of a backstory? A lot of questions still to be answered, but from what it was, season 2 was top notch. A series, it was great. If you've never seen this show, check it out. It's one of the rare few shows that are created by Taylor Sheridan, which is really, really good, and it's running good. So far, my favorites of his have been Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown, and Yellowstone. Other than that, I have not seen the other shows that he's done or he has created. I know there's a lot of new shows coming up. 1883 and 1923 are also good, set in the Yellowstone universe. But other than that, Tulsa King is really good. It's a gangster feel set in the Midwest. What more could you like? I mean, you can't make that into a movie. It's a 2-hour movie. You can't do that. But each episode being 30 minutes long, seasons 1 and 2, quick binge watch, check it out. Season 2 for me of Tulsa King gets 5 out of 5 stars. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the season 2 finale of Tulsa King, titled Reconstruction. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the whole aspect of the story? Where do you see it going now? Do you want a season 3 the way this season 2 finale ended? Do you like the entirety of season 2? Which was your favorite episode? Which was your least favorite episode? Who was your favorite character? Who was your least favorite character? And do you like seeing Stallone in this environment? And do you like him better in movies or television? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next review video. And I want to thank you, and I do really appreciate you tuning into my episodic weekly reviews of Season 2 of Tulsa King, and hopefully I'll see you all for Season 3.